Welcome back to MotoVision 360, and today we're diving deep into the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 1600. At a cruiser that doesn't just arrive with attitude but carries an entire legacy on its shoulders. Kawasaki's Vulcan series has always been about raw torque, long-haul comfort, and a signature blend of classic styling with modern engineering. And the 2026 Vulcan 1600 takes that formula and sharpens it like never before. As you settle in, imagine the growl of that big V-twin, the way the road hums beneath the tires, and the steady power that's always been the soul of this legendary machine. Kawasaki hasn't reinvented the Vulcan, but it has polished every corner, refined every detail, and breathed new life into something that was already deeply respected in the cruiser world. Right from the moment you look at it, the 2026 Vulcan 1600 feels like a machine crafted for riders who don't want shortcuts. The design language stays bold, muscular and unmistakably Vulcan, with wider shoulders, thicker lines, and subtle refinements that make every angle feel intentional. Kawasaki has embraced a clean, retro-modern direction, long sweeping fenders, a stretch tank with a sculpted ridge, and LED lighting that blends seamlessly into the bike's silhouette without ruining its old-school charm. Every detail reflects craftsmanship, from the polished engine, fins to the updated frame geometry that subtly shifts the bike's proportions into something even more commanding on the road. But a Vulcan is always about the engine first. So let's talk power. The 2026 model continues with its signature 1552cc liquid-cooled V-twin, but this time, Kawasaki has fine-tuned the internals to deliver smoother power delivery, better throttle response, and a richer torque band throughout the mid-range. When you twist the throttle, you feel that immediate surge, dense, heavy, and full of character. This isn't a bike meant for high-rev theatrics. It's a machine built for low-end punch, for that satisfying rumble that makes cruising feel like a connection between rider and machine. The sound has been refined too, with a deeper, fuller tone that feels more premium without losing the gritty Vulcan identity riders have always loved. Pair that with a new 6-speed transmission tuned for lower cruising RPMs, and the 2026 Vulcan 1600 becomes a long-distance companion that feels relaxed even at high speeds. Kawasaki has focused on achieving a perfect balance between mechanical feel and modern refinement. Gear shifts feel more deliberate, less clunky, and the final drive has been optimized for smoother roll-on acceleration. Every gear feels like it has a purpose, and that makes the riding experience more intuitive, especially for cruiser enthusiasts who appreciate the rhythm of the open road. Comfort, of course, is a major highlight. The 2026 Vulcan gets a completely redesigned saddle with dual-density foam, improved lumbar support, and a slightly deeper contour for better rider stability during long tours. The foot pegs sit forward, handlebars rise just enough to keep your posture natural, and the overall ergonomics are built around reducing fatigue, whether you're riding 20 minutes or 6 hours. Kawasaki has even adjusted the rake and trail to improve low-speed control, because big cruisers aren't just about highways. They're about handling city streets, tight turns, and everyday riding with confidence. The suspension system has also received some thoughtful upgrades, with a beefier front fork, retuned rear shocks, and a wider adjustment range. The Vulcan 1600 absorbs bumps with more confidence than ever. It doesn't float or wallow, it feels grounded, predictable, and heavier in a reassuring way. Kawasaki has clearly worked on giving the bike a planted feel, especially during cornering, where the old Vulcan sometimes felt reluctant. Now the 2026 model leans in with more willingness, holding its line beautifully even when pushed by the wind or the weight of luggage. Braking performance has been improved with larger rotors and a refined ABS system tuned specifically for cruiser dynamics. You get solid stopping power without sudden bite, keeping that smooth cruiser feel intact. Kawasaki knows this bike isn't about aggressive braking, it's about stability, confidence, and predictable feedback. And the braking setup reflects exactly that. Now let's talk tech. While the Vulcan series has always leaned on the classic side, the 2026 Vulcan 1600 integrates technology without breaking its vintage soul. A new semi-digital instrument cluster brings crisp visibility even in bright sunlight, showing gear position, real-time fuel economy, range, and Bluetooth connectivity options. Riders can sync their devices to receive navigation prompts, check ride stats, and adjust certain settings through Kawasaki's updated RideLink app. No unnecessary screens, no clutter, just smart, practical tech. In terms of customization, Kawasaki has embraced the spirit of the Vulcan community. The 2026 model comes with an expanded catalog of official accessories, touring windshields, saddlebags, chrome kits, LED auxiliary lights, backrest, and exhaust upgrades that deepen the bike's already satisfying note. This is a motorcycle that invites personalization, one that encourages riders to build their identity into every bolt and bracket. On the road, the 2026 Vulcan 1600 feels like a symphony of power, weight, and refinement. The way the torque unfurls, the steady hum of the V-twin, the comfort of the saddle, and the sheer stability at cruising speeds all come together to create an experience that makes you want to keep riding. It's not just a machine, it's an attitude, a companion, a statement of what motorcycle riding used to be and what it still can be when built with passion. So if you're a rider looking for a motorcycle that carries the heart of a true cruiser but adds modern reliability, the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 1600 is a machine that deserves your attention.